Hello and welcome to Train Sim TV. My name's Tom and welcome to a video that I've actually wanted to try and do for a while. Now we're on the Met line. Now I've always wanted to do something sort of in and out of the city, so we're going to go with this one, which is into the city. We're starting to Harrow on the Hill. We're just doing a quick drive that comes with the route, so we're not actually doing anything scenario wise as such. So there will be AI because they're in the QD scripted in. So we've got our S8, we're bound for Aldgate, we're at all stations, apart from the first little section which is up to Finchley Road because we're on the fast part out of this bit, so we do miss a couple of bits off. Let's get in there, train set up, we're ready to go. We are running also the Linus Follett sound mod on this video. Ignore the TCMS, it says Uxbridge, it's just that there's no, I don't think, as far as I'm aware, there's no Harrow on the Hill starting point. So we're going to miss out the first couple of stops between here and Finchley Road. And then we'll call all stations to Aldgate in the tunnels. It's 50 mile an hour, going into a 60 now. We're running this without the hood, just as well, just so you get a full experience on this one. Interesting for me as well to see if I can actually remember where all the speed and time sections are, because it's been a little bit of a while since I've driven this properly. It always puts me through my paces when I come to drive the Met, even when I built it. So we're 54 miles per hour at the moment. I'm just going to change my camera view because it's just coming through the door a little bit there. That's better. Just crossing over the West Coast Main Line. Go to Preston Road. So drop down to 45 mile an hour just before Wembley Park. We'll just knock the power down ever so slightly. I can hear something. Oh, some old tube stuff. It's the first time I've done the QDs, to be fair on this, so I don't actually know what properly comes up and shows up. I know the Jubilee line does show some of the oldest, like 38 stock, as a 96 stock standing. So we're just approaching Wembley Park, and then the next station, Met line wise, will be Finchley Road. We will be going past a few Jubilee stations on the way. where our Into the City adventure properly will begin. I think as well with the Into the City range videos, I will try and do something as well with the backdated train sim VDL route. Again, city, plenty of stuff to do with the city on there. There's a few things we do really like, stuff with North London line as well, all sort of TFL range things. Quite balmy seeing 38 stock. Proper lash up. Just passing these on the left as well. I think we're going to have a little bit of a race with some of the 38 stock in a minute as well. Down to 40 mile an hour for this section. We'll go around the station. Sound mod for the S8 and S7 Plus 1 is also available from Alan Thompson Sim, which is what we're running on this run. We're up to 60, so we can put the power down as soon as our nose of the stock passes that speed board. So we're going to go past Dollis Hill, which is a Jubilee Station. Which is there's a few Jubilee stations coming up. Neasden and Willesden Green, I think it is, have platforms for all lines. Mainly because if issues actually arise on the actual network, you can take people off a train and put them onto the other network and get them to where they need to be rather than sitting on a train. So the main thing we need to watch out for is, of course, approach controls, draw up signals and stuff like that, and see if we can get our doors to open with the cameras coming on as well, which is always a good thing to try and do. We're just approaching Kilburn. We're just going to be crossing over the North London line, which is on this next bridge coming up now. It's this one, I think. I think we can quite see it out the window. Sort of see the OHLE down there, it's just down there. Oh, there's a 68 as well, Hellfire. Cool. So we're coming up to our first station stop in a moment. This is West Hampstead as well. First stop for us is going to be Finchley Road. Oh. First station we didn't get all the cameras on, which is a good start, isn't it? For starters, are we mean to go on? Away we go. Into the city. All stations from here onwards to Aldgate. We're just approaching Swiss Cottage. So our first approach control coming up quite shortly. You can see the yellow repeat warning. I don't know if it's a repeater, is it? I don't think. Oh, it's a repeater, sorry. Tells us that the next signal currently is red, so we need to slow down for this one. Hoping that it'll change over. And it has done. Excellent stuff. Going through Marlborough Road. We're up to line speed of 45 miles per hour now. We do have another approach control coming up in a moment. We are also going through Lords in a moment, just before the end of the tunnel. That signal's just changed to green, which is good. Slowing down for our next approach control as well. We're just in the middle of them two tracks over there by the tunnel. Winner, we're off again. To a 25-mile-an-hour limit now. Coming up is a draw up signal. 5 mile an hour for this one, but we need to do 4.9 because of the way TS works. It's quite an awkward one to do as well because we are on a downhill gradient as well, so we need to be quite wary of our speed. Anywhere around here this signal should change. There we go. Got to remember, quite a few approach controls on the way to Baker Street. All signals leading to the station are draw up and approach controlled. And they're quite late changes as well, these, so you do need to be on the ball. So always keep your eye on that speed and keep your eye on that signal at the same time. Always be prepared to stop. And we will now have a draw signal coming up. Can't quite remember where the thing is to get this one to change. There's also a circle line change going through there. Somewhere around here. There we go. Where the actual chevron is on this side. It's there. So coming out of here, well, there is another approach control. So it's 15 mile an hour out of the station, over the crossovers. And there is an approach control just up on that curve up there where that red signal is. So just be aware of that one. And we've just got the road there. So start building our speed up slowly, and we come up to the 35 mark in a moment, and we can put the foot down. So we're on our way to Great Portland Street. Past the limit of shunt there as well. Next up is Euston Square. There's an approach control at the end of this station as well, so it's a 10 mile an hour, so 9.9 to make it trigger. There we go. It's only 3.13 miles to Aldgate as well. Always feels longer than what it actually is, to be honest. King's Cross St Pancras next. We're down to 25 miles per hour. And down to 20. The signal has now just changed, and we do go back to 30 mile an hour when we leave the station. Next stop is Farringdon. There's an approach control coming up quite shortly around here, I do believe, I can remember. It's down to 25 mile an hour in a moment. Just around the curve, you can see the Morpeth board. The only Morpeth board on the Met line as well, by the way. Little fact for you there. So the approach control is somewhere outside of this tunnel. Just up on the next bend, you can see where the signal up ahead's got the yellow repeater. And whilst we're here, if the sun is in the right place, which oh my god it is, makes a change, this I think is going to be the screenshot for the thumbnail. There we go. So signals changed. We've just changed in time. The repeater is now obviously giving us the green, which tells me that the next signal, which is just before the station, there we go, is green. Some Thames Link stuff going on as well over there at Farringdon on the main line. So we have a draw up signal at the end of the platform as well. Nope. She wasn't for stopping, was she? So again, a 5 mile an hour signal this one, so we need to be just below 5 though for it to trigger. So we'll keep it right down here. It should change any time now. There we go. So the chevron's here somewhere. It would be cool to see a 700 NTS especially just for Farringdon. Next stop's Barbican. A bit worrying we got something doing a slow crawling bug. Why is he going so slow? Bizarre. Good old train sim for you. Let's hope this one's work. We've got a couple of stations left now on our run into the city. Moorgate next. Then Liverpool Street before Aldgate. This approach control is a little bit higher than the usual 10 mile an hour ones. I think this one's a 20. So we should see something hopefully moving at Liverpool Street, providing he's not doing any slow moving. A PSR current now got a permanent speed restriction of 20 miles per hour for this curve and this short section of track in the tunnel. So one final stop between us and the end of our into the city adventure, which is Aldgate. Only 0.3 of a mile. couple of approach controls between here and there. Let's see if I can remember what they are, because these ones always catch me out. Oh, wrong button. Didn't mean to press that. So the first one's where that red is. We've got the repeater obviously showing about that. There we go, it has changed. I can't remember what that one is. That one sometimes does catch me out. And one final approach control. There we go. We've managed to do it without the hood and not miss any of the approach control, which is quite good going, especially when I've not driven it for so long. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I hope you've enjoyed the drive. We will be doing it again at some point in the near future in the opposite direction, so do keep your eye out for that. Again, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Any feedback or anything like that, do leave us a comment. We'd like to have a hear of what you thinking of our videos. Again, sound pack is in the description and all the links for the stock and the route as well. Thank you very much, guys. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video.